In life, generosity is often celebrated as the ultimate virtue. From a young age, we are taught that giving is noble, that sharing is inherently good, and that helping others at every turn defines our character. But what if I told you that not every request deserves a yes? That sometimes, giving, even to those who ask politely, is a path to regret rather than fulfillment? The truth is, some requests come with hidden costs. People ask for what they want, not always what they need, and they often fail to consider the impact on your life. Saying yes to the wrong person can drain your energy, disrupt your goals, and create a pattern of dependency that benefits them more than it benefits you. In this video, we are going to explore 5 things you should never give people, even if they ask. These are not just theoretical ideas. They are practical, life-tested lessons for anyone who wants to protect their time, their energy, and their peace of mind. We'll break down the psychology behind each type of request, explore real-life scenarios that illustrate why giving the wrong thing can backfire, and provide actionable strategies to say no without guilt. By the end of this video, you will not only understand what to withhold, but why withholding it is a mark of wisdom, self-respect, and strategy. And here's something important. If at any point you find this video valuable, hit that subscribe button and comment below. Let me know which insight resonates with you the most. Your interaction helps the community grow, and it ensures you won't miss future content designed to empower you. Life is too short to give away what you cannot afford to lose. So let's dive deep and uncover these 5 critical areas of life that require caution, discernment, and protection. 1. Your time. Time is the most precious currency we possess. It is finite, irreplaceable, and non-renewable. Unlike money, once time is spent, you can never get it back. Yet, so many of us give it away freely, without thought, to people and activities that drain our potential rather than enhance it. Consider this scenario. A friend repeatedly asks you to help with their projects, showing little interest in your goals or commitments. Every time you say yes, you sacrifice hours that could have been invested in learning a skill, pursuing a personal dream, or simply resting to recharge. This pattern creates a silent erosion of your most valuable asset, your time. What makes this challenge more complex is that the requests often seem reasonable on the surface. A coworker may ask for guidance, a family member may request assistance, or even a stranger may seek help under pressure. Saying no can feel uncomfortable, as though you are denying kindness. But here's the key: protecting your time is not selfish, it is strategic. It is an act of self-respect and a declaration that your life has priorities, goals, and boundaries. Renowned author and speaker Jim Rohn once said, "Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time." Each hour you spend on something that does not align with your goals is an hour wasted, an opportunity lost, a potential unfulfilled. Learning to recognize patterns of exploitation, politely declining, and investing your hours where they truly matter is essential for long-term growth. By valuing your time, you signal to the world that you are deliberate, focused, and intentional. You become someone who invests in the future, not someone who is trapped by the endless demands of others. Protecting your time allows you to thrive, to create, and to live life on your terms. Imagine the life you could build if every hour you gave was spent wisely, strategically, and intentionally. That is the power of safeguarding your time. 2. Your energy. Energy is invisible, yet it is the fuel that powers everything in your life. Every thought, every decision, every action draws from it. Unlike time, which can be scheduled, or money, which can be regained, energy is fragile and finite. It is constantly influenced by your environment, the people you interact with, and even the mental narratives you feed yourself. Consider the scenario of someone you know, a friend, a colleague, or even a family member who constantly complains, criticizes, or drains your focus. At first, their requests might seem small or reasonable, a quick conversation, a favor, or even emotional support. But over time, you notice a pattern. After every interaction, you feel depleted, anxious, or frustrated. That is because energy is contagious. When you give it to people who are toxic, manipulative, or excessively negative, you are essentially handing them control over your emotional and mental state. One of the most critical lessons in personal growth is recognizing this early. Giving energy to the wrong person is not generosity, it is surrender. Your energy deserves careful allocation. Just as a gardener protects water and sunlight for plants that grow fruit, you must protect your energy for activities, relationships, and pursuits that yield growth, fulfillment, and progress. This is why saying no is not a denial of compassion, it is an affirmation of self-respect. Imagine spending an entire week surrounded by people who constantly demand your attention or provoke stress. Your creativity diminishes, your focus falters, and your motivation evaporates. By consciously protecting your energy, you preserve your ability to think clearly, act decisively, and pursue meaningful goals. Even simple strategies, like limiting contact with energy-draining individuals, avoiding unnecessary arguments, or scheduling personal recharge time, can have profound effects. Remember, energy is like electricity. It powers your life, but if misused or misdirected, it can short-circuit your potential. Guard it fiercely, invest it wisely, and watch how your productivity, emotional resilience, and overall quality of life soar. And if this insight resonates, take a moment to subscribe and comment below. Share how you plan to protect your energy starting today. Your experience could inspire someone else watching this video, and together we can create a community that values deliberate, mindful living. 3. Your trust. Trust is the foundation of all meaningful human relationships, yet it is one of the most fragile and valuable commodities you possess. Unlike material possessions, trust cannot be bought, earned overnight, or restored fully once broken. It is earned slowly, nurtured through consistent behavior, honesty, and integrity, but it can be destroyed in an instant by deceit, manipulation, or betrayal. Consider this: you confide in a friend, sharing a deeply personal story, a fear you've never told anyone else, or a dream that represents years of effort. In that moment, you are extending the highest form of human currency, your trust. You are allowing someone access to your inner world, making yourself vulnerable in the hope that they will honor and respect it. But what happens if that trust is betrayed? Perhaps your confidant shares your story with others, uses it against you in a subtle way, or manipulates the information for their own benefit. The result is not just hurt, it's disorientation, a painful awareness that someone you believed in has undermined the safety of your personal world. Over time, repeated breaches of trust teach a hard lesson: not everyone is worthy of it, and giving it freely can leave you exposed and vulnerable. Protecting your trust requires discernment. You must observe actions over time, not words alone, and evaluate whether someone consistently demonstrates integrity, honesty, and respect for boundaries. People often ask for trust under various pretenses. A coworker may seek your confidence, a friend may request your vulnerability, or even a partner may test the limits of your openness. While society often praises openness as virtuous, indiscriminate trust is dangerous. It opens the door to manipulation, exploitation, and emotional harm. Imagine a scenario where a colleague gains your trust to access sensitive information, not to protect or support you, but to advance their own agenda. The consequences ripple beyond that single act, affecting your career, relationships, and mental peace. History and psychology are full of examples illustrating the cost of misplaced trust. In fact, psychologists have found that breaches of trust often impact people more deeply than physical loss because they attack the very sense of safety and security that allows us to thrive in social contexts. Learning to withhold trust is not about being paranoid or unkind, it's about being strategic and self-protective. The world is full of people who are perfectly capable of asking for trust while planning to exploit it. This is why discernment is crucial. By giving trust selectively, gradually, with careful observation, you protect your emotional and social well-being while still fostering meaningful relationships. Begin by testing boundaries gently, observing consistency in behavior, and evaluating whether the individual shows care for your interests, not just their own. True trust is reciprocal. It is a two-way street. When someone proves themselves worthy, trust becomes a powerful tool that strengthens bonds, encourages collaboration, and fosters loyalty. When misplaced, it becomes a liability that drains confidence, peace, and energy. Here's a key actionable strategy. Before sharing sensitive information, ask yourself, will this person protect this confidence? Do they have a history of honesty? Are they seeking to build or destroy? This reflection transforms every act of trust into a conscious choice rather than a reflexive giveaway. Over time, this practice rewires your approach to relationships. You learn to honor your boundaries, demand respect, and prevent manipulation. Protecting your trust is not selfish. It is essential self-preservation that enhances your emotional resilience. If you are watching this and realizing how many times you have given trust too freely, pause and reflect. Make a plan to safeguard it going forward. Comment below your thoughts and experiences. Share a story of a time someone earned or broke your trust. And if this resonates with you, hit that subscribe button, because more insights like this will help you navigate life with wisdom, protect what matters most, and avoid unnecessary pain. Remember, trust is a currency you cannot reclaim once spent. Give it wisely, protect it fiercely, and watch how the quality of your relationships transforms. 4. Your money. Money is one of the most tangible resources we possess, yet it is also one of the most easily mismanaged when it comes to giving. Unlike time, energy, or trust, money is visible, measurable, and immediately impactful. But giving it away indiscriminately can have consequences that ripple far beyond the moment. Countless stories exist of people being exploited financially by friends, family, or even strangers, and often the requests are framed in ways that tug at your emotions, making it difficult to say no. Someone may approach you with a story so compelling it is almost impossible to refuse. A medical emergency, a sudden financial crisis, or even an opportunity they claim will change their life. In these moments, the instinct to help is natural and commendable, but without discernment, it can quickly become a trap. Giving money without careful thought can create dependency, erode your own financial stability, and even breed resentment over time. Consider this: a friend constantly asks for small loans, promising to repay but rarely following through. At first, the amounts may seem insignificant, and out of generosity you say yes. But patterns develop. Soon, these small requests accumulate into significant losses, stress, and a feeling that your generosity is being taken for granted. Your hard-earned resources, money you could invest, save, or use to improve your life, are slowly siphoned away. This is why protecting your finances is not selfish. It is essential for long-term stability, freedom, and growth. Financial wisdom requires not only earning but also the discipline to say no when necessary. When you evaluate a request, ask yourself, is this person genuinely in need, or are they taking advantage of my goodwill? Can I afford to help without compromising my financial goals? Will giving this money improve their life or merely create a cycle of dependency? These questions, though simple, are powerful tools for safeguarding your resources. History is full of cautionary tales about misplaced financial generosity. Consider someone who continuously lends money to friends or relatives who fail to return it. Over time, the stress, frustration, and betrayal of trust outweigh any temporary satisfaction from helping. Psychologically, researchers have shown that giving money without clear boundaries can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and even depression because it creates ongoing financial and emotional obligations that are difficult to escape. Protecting your money is a way of protecting your mental peace as well. Wise giving is intentional. When you do choose to help, establish clear terms, expectations, and boundaries. Decide in advance how much you can afford to give, and make sure it does not jeopardize your personal financial security or long-term goals. Giving without thought is generosity misapplied. Giving with strategy is generosity that empowers both you and the recipient. It's also important to recognize manipulative tactics. Some people ask for money repeatedly under the guise of emergencies or promises, creating guilt and pressure to comply. By setting boundaries and learning to say no firmly yet politely, you protect not only your finances but also your self-respect. Teaching others that your money is valuable and not to be exploited is a life lesson in respect and responsibility. And here's an empowering thought. Saying no does not make you unkind, it makes you strategic. It ensures that when you do give, it is meaningful, impactful, and sustainable. If you are watching this, think about the times you may have given money too freely. How did it affect your life, your goals, and your peace of mind? Comment below and share your experience. Your story could help someone else recognize the same patterns in their life. And if this resonates, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more content that helps you protect what matters most: your time, energy, trust, money, and even your secrets. Remember, financial discipline is not restriction, it is empowerment. Protect your money, give it wisely, and watch how your life transforms when your resources are used intentionally. 5. Your secret. Secrets are perhaps the most intimate and powerful currency a person possesses. They represent vulnerability, trust, and the inner workings of our minds, the thoughts, experiences, and fears we reveal only to those we feel safe with. Sharing a secret is like opening a door into a sacred space of your life. It requires trust, courage, and careful judgment. Yet, in a world filled with curiosity, manipulation, and opportunism, secrets can be exploited more easily than any tangible resource. People often ask for your secrets under the guise of friendship, trust, or closeness. At first, it may seem harmless, sharing a small detail, a private opinion, or a personal experience. But what begins as a minor disclosure can quickly escalate into exposure that threatens your reputation, relationships, and peace of mind. Consider a scenario many of us have faced. A friend or colleague asks for personal details about a situation in your life, promising discretion and understanding. You may feel that sharing is harmless, even natural. However, later you discover that your secret has been shared with others, twisted, or even weaponized in subtle ways against you. The emotional impact of such a betrayal is profound. Trust is broken, vulnerability feels punished, and you are left questioning your judgment. Protecting your secrets is not about being secretive or closed off. It is about understanding the value of your personal information and the risks associated with giving it away indiscriminately. Each secret carries weight, and each disclosure has potential consequences that ripple through your personal, social, and professional life. The psychology behind secrets is fascinating. Humans are naturally curious, and people often ask for confidential information to gain influence, control, or advantage. When someone possesses a secret about you, they hold a form of power, whether subtle or overt. That is why discerning whom to trust is critical. Not everyone who asks for a secret has your best interest at heart. Protecting your privacy is an act of self-respect. It safeguards your autonomy, preserves your dignity, and ensures that you remain the author of your own narrative. Sharing secrets without thought is like handing someone a key to a door you may not want opened. Conversely, withholding sensitive information until trust is earned is a powerful act of empowerment. It creates a boundary that filters out those who are genuinely trustworthy from those who are not. Stories from history and real life show the dangers of misplaced secrets. Consider political or corporate environments where confidential information leaks cause scandal, betrayal, or loss of opportunity. Or imagine personal scenarios where oversharing with friends leads to gossip, judgment, or social alienation. Every indiscretion can have cascading effects, impacting your reputation, relationships, and even your future. By contrast, individuals who learn to guard their secrets carefully build a reputation of reliability, discretion, and wisdom. People naturally respect those who manage their private information with integrity. Practical strategies for protecting your secrets include sharing only when necessary, observing consistency and integrity in the person you confide in, and gradually disclosing information rather than giving everything at once. Ask yourself, does this person have a history of honoring confidentiality? Is sharing this truly necessary? Could this information be misused? These questions transform every act of disclosure into a conscious, deliberate decision, rather than a reflexive act. Your secrets are your power. Giving them away freely to the wrong people weakens you, exposes you to manipulation, and risks emotional harm. But protecting them does not make you unkind or distant. It makes you strategic, respected, and resilient. Your secrets are a form of currency that, when safeguarded, empower you to maintain control over your life, reputation, and relationships. As you reflect on this, consider how many secrets you may have shared without careful thought. How did it affect you? How might your life improve if you became more intentional about what you reveal, to whom, and when? Comment below with your experiences, your lessons learned, or even strategies you use to protect your privacy. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you can continue learning practical wisdom that helps you safeguard your most valuable resources: your time, energy, trust, money, and secrets. By taking control of these areas, you build a life of respect, influence, and personal power that no one can take from you. Protect what matters most, and watch as your relationships, achievements, and peace of mind flourish. As we reach the end of this journey, it's clear that life is a delicate balance of giving and protecting. Generosity is a virtue, yes, but unguarded generosity can leave you vulnerable, exhausted, and depleted. Time, energy, trust, money, and secrets are the pillars of your life. They are the most valuable resources you have, and they deserve careful management. Each of these 5 areas is connected. When one is compromised, the others often follow. Wasting your time can drain your energy. Giving your energy away carelessly can weaken your ability to maintain trust. Sharing your secrets indiscriminately can harm your relationships, and giving money without thought can erode both your security and your peace of mind. The people around you may not always have your best interests at heart, and life's lessons often arrive disguised as requests, pressures, or expectations. The truth is that saying no is not selfish, it is strategic. It is an act of self-respect, a declaration that you value your life, your goals, and your well-being. Learning to withhold these resources until they are genuinely deserved is not only a tool for protection, it is a path to empowerment. Every time you make a conscious choice about what to give, and to whom, you reclaim control over your life. You stop being a passive participant in the drama, manipulations, and demands of others, and you begin living deliberately. Consider the countless successful, respected individuals throughout history. They achieved greatness not just through action, but through selective engagement, careful boundaries, and disciplined generosity. Protecting your resources is what allowed them to focus on what truly mattered, to grow without distraction, and to build legacies that outlasted them. This is the power you hold today. Reflect on your life honestly. Are there areas where you have given too freely? Times when your time, energy, trust, money, or secrets have been exploited? Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward transformation. Begin setting boundaries that safeguard your resources. Decide consciously where your energy goes, who earns your trust, what secrets you share, and how your money is spent. By doing so, you create a life that is intentional, balanced, and resilient, one in which your generosity is meaningful, impactful, and sustainable. And here's the most important part. This isn't just theory, it's practical wisdom you can implement starting today. Take a moment to commit to protecting at least one of these 5 areas in your life. Start small, observe the results, and watch how respect, from others and yourself, grows. When you invest in yourself first, you are not being selfish, you are being wise. You are building a life that others will respect and seek to contribute to, rather than take advantage of. If you've found value in this video, do more than just watch. Take action. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss insights that empower you to live intentionally and protect what matters most. Comment below and share your thoughts, your lessons, or even a story of when protecting one of these 5 things changed your life. Your engagement not only strengthens our community but also helps others learn these vital lessons. Life is too short to give away what you cannot afford to lose. Protect your time, your energy, your trust, your money, and your secrets. Guard them wisely, and watch how your life transforms, how your relationships deepen, how your opportunities multiply, and how your peace of mind expands. Remember this. The greatest form of generosity is not giving indiscriminately, it is giving thoughtfully, intentionally, and strategically. When you master this, you create a life that is not just lived, but designed. A life that reflects your values, protects your potential, and empowers you to thrive. So, take these lessons, apply them, and start reclaiming your life today. And don't forget, subscribe, comment, and share your experience. This is your chance to grow alongside others who value wisdom, deliberate living, and intentional generosity. Protect what matters most, and the rest will follow.